Hello, I am Deacon Chris, and welcome to our Word of the Month video for this week. To get us started, I wanted to ask you first a couple questions. First question I wanted to ask you is, if your body is broken, where do you go? If I were to be walking down the street and I were to fall and break my arm, well, my first thought would be, I need to call a doctor. I need to go to a doctor because the doctor's job is to help my body function the way that it should. So I would call the doctor, I would go there, they would take x-rays, give me medicine, but I would trust and follow their directions because I know that their job is to help my body function the way that it should. Now, where do you go if your car is broken? If I'm driving down the road and all of a sudden all the lights on my dash pop on and I have to pull over, my first thought would be, I need to call a mechanic. I need to take my car to a mechanic and I need to trust that they're going to tell me what is going on with my car because their job is to make my car function the way that it should. So I would listen to what they say needs to get fixed, and I would trust that they would fix it so that my car would function the way that it should. Now, where would you go if your world was broken? If you looked around and it looks as though there is way more war than there is peace. If you looked around and you saw suffering and no one that is willing to try and help it. You look around and you see people that have power and they decide to use or abuse their power for their own means and not to actually help the world. Where would you or where would I go to fix a broken world? The word for this month is Messiah. Messiah is the person who rules over God's kingdom. It is that person that establishes a world that functions the way that it should and who reigns and rules over God's kingdom. And so for December, we are going to tackle this word Messiah. We hear this word a lot in this time because in Advent we are waiting for the coming of God, for when God's kingdom will come in its fullness. And we are looking and waiting for this person who can fix our broken world. And so this month we are going to tackle the word Messiah. We're going to look at this word and who this person is, and we're going to attempt to answer this question of what exactly does a Messiah do? What is the function of a Messiah? And what does it mean for you or for I to proclaim that Jesus is the Messiah of God's kingdom? So we look forward to talking about this word Messiah throughout the month of December. And we look forward to all these different ways that we can understand what we mean by this word Messiah. We hope that you have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Peace.